Hey guys, it's the Keto King here, and today we're going to be making jicama fries. But wait, you say, Keto King, you've already made jicama fries. Yep, you're right, and I'll put a link to that in the top left-hand corner of your screen right now. But what we're going to be doing today is trying to make jicama fries in an air fryer. Now, two things. One, a lot of you guys said to me when I did the original jicama fries video, hey, would this work in an air fryer? And to be honest, I had no idea what an air fryer was. Just so happens a few weeks later, I get an email from someone saying, hey, we want to send you this puppy, give it a whirl. I said, of course. So here we are. We're gonna try to see if we can make jicama fries 2.0. Alrighty. So of course what you're gonna need, jicama, which I've already cut up here. And then we're gonna do one version, which is just gonna be really simple. Salt, pepper, and then we're gonna do another version to replicate what we did in the first video. We're gonna use cumin powder, paprika, and some oil. And that's all you're gonna need for these jicama fries. So let's get right to it. What I'm also gonna be doing is pairing my jicama fries with some pork steaks here. So we're also gonna be trying these in the air fryer. So this is gonna be really exciting. So let's get right to it. So as seen in my first video, and I highly recommend you go and watch that video, is you grab your jicama, peel it, cut it up into French fry shaped pieces. Now I've done a couple smaller, thinner pieces here like this, and obviously a few thicker ones. That way we get to test how each of these cook in the air fryer. So what I have in here is roughly 8 ounces of these jicama fries in here. Now they say for a minimum of 10.5 ounces of jicama fries, you should add half a teaspoon of oil. I'm just going to add a half a teaspoon to each of these. It's really not a lot. I'm using olive oil here, but I would recommend using a higher temperature oil such as avocado oil. I just don't have some at the moment. Then for batch number 1, what we're gonna do is simply add some salt and pepper. I've got some pink Himalayan salt here, which is great. Give that a few cracks. Again, no measurements here. We're just gonna eyeball it. A little bit of black pepper. And that should be good. We can obviously adjust according to taste as we go with these. For the second batch, as I said earlier, we're gonna replicate what we did on the first video. I'm gonna be adding in some paprika. Now in that first video, I added way too much oil and way too much spices, so the French fry came out really dark. What I'm gonna do is just put a little bit less in here. Again, no measurements, just taking a look and seeing how it turns out. Then we're gonna grab some ground cumin, and again, just eyeballing it and sprinkling it on, not putting too much this time. And cracking some salt on top. And just grab yourself something, and we're going to mix this all together to make sure we get the oil coated nicely over all of the fries. And make sure all of the nice spices are incorporated onto each and every jicama fry. Now I've definitely done a better job this time of the quantities of the spices on here. As you can see, these look really nice. A good color, not too dark like the other ones and not too oily. Now I'm just stepping behind the camera. You can see me right there. And we're just gonna look a little bit at this Avalon Bay air fryer. Now guys, this is a beautiful looking machine. Man, this thing on the countertop looks fantastic. If you can see, you pull out the tray here at the bottom, and you have this pan here where obviously all the food goes in. Let's see if we can try and get a shot right underneath. There's the element to the air fryer, which is obviously what provides the heat. So we put the pan back in, press the touchscreen features here, which is really impressive. It looks exceptionally nice. I apologize for the reflection in here, but it's got this wonderful glossy shine on the outside. We got the temperature, the timer, how long it goes in for. There's also some pre-programmed settings here. There's homemade French fries with chicken leg, there's frozen chips, there's fish, or fish fingers. There's steak and chops, which is something we'll be using for those pork chops. Muffins, sausages, peppers, mushrooms. So there's a couple pre-programmed ones there, or alternatively you can just do manual according to times. They also give you a really handy little manual here in which they give you timing and recommendations for how long you should be doing certain foods and the amount of quantities, etc. So this is a really helpful guide they've given us. So aesthetically, this is what this bad boy looks like. It's got this really handy handle on top, and you got a couple air vents, one on the back, a few on the sides at the bottom. Generally overall, this is a really nice model. I like the look of it. I'm quite impressed just aesthetically from it. But the real test is going to be cooking these jicama fries and the pork steaks. So let's get right to testing this Avalon Bay air fryer. So we've taken the pan out of the air fryer. And now what they've also included here is this handy little tray. So what this does, this goes in, you can put things on the bottom and then additional food items on the top. So now for instance, if I was cooking for my wife and I the steak and the jicama fries, what I could do is simply put the steak at the bottom underneath the rack over there. These two pieces of steaks would probably fit at the bottom there, and then on top I could go and put my jicama fries, and there you are, you're cooking a whole meal in this air fryer, which is pretty neat. But what we're gonna do is, because I want to test two batches of these jicama fries, is I'm gonna put one of the batches at the bottom here and the second batch on the top, just to see how this cooks on the two levels. We might as well put this thing to the test right away. So we'll start at the bottom with the fries with the cumin and the paprika on it. They say you can just spread these, you can just throw these in right at the bottom like this, no need to spread them out. We then pop in the little grid on top of that, and then we can throw in the other fries, which just has the oil and the salt and pepper on them. Now I've tried to organize these as efficiently as possible on this rack, but let's just see how this goes, even if some of these are on top of each other. So now we have a total of about 16 or 17 ounces of these jicama fries in here. So according to the manual, it says 18 to 25 minutes on 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're about slap bang in the middle there. So I'll do it for about 22-23 minutes, and then we can check how this turns out. And it's as simple as switching it on. 360 degrees is the heat that we require, and the time, I'm going to simply add it to 22 minutes, and then go. And of course you can see this really cool looking LED here with the little red center showing that the heat is actually on, and this is going. Now we'll check with the timing, but we won't hold these guys accountable to these time frames and these heats, because yes, while these are homemade fries, they're not made out of French fries, which I'm assuming this homemade fry setting is based on. But we'll use that as our guide and just adjust from there. So first thing I note here, it's been just 1 minute. This thing is whisper quiet. I'm going to be quiet for just a second so you can try and hear it. Really, it's almost inaudible. So for certain of these foods, you have to shake them halfway through. So now we're about 10, 11, 12 minutes in. So all you do is you simply pull the tray out. As you see, that thing stops spinning, which means that the heat is immediately shut off. You pull it out, and already it's looking good, sounding good. Oh, look at that. There's a lot of heat coming out. So what I'm going to do, I think without this tray it'll be much easier, without this little grid here it'll be much easier, because you could just simply shake the actual units. But what I'm going to do is just use this tool and turn over the chips, and also try to get to the bottom ones and do the same. So what I did is actually took out the top tray, and what you would normally do with this bottom one is just simply grab it, give it a good shake, make sure to flip all of the fries over, and there we go. And look how good those are looking already. So I'll just put back the other fries here, pop them back in there, and we'll go back in for the rest of the time. I did do a taste test. These aren't done, I can promise you that, so they definitely need to go in for more. Back in she goes, and you see that thing just automatically starts turning, and the heat's back on, and the time keeps counting down. Pretty neat feature. Okay, so waiting the countdown, should be ending pretty soon. There we go, on the button. It beeps, turns right off, so the heat's off already. We can whip this straight out now. Ooh, and look at these babies. They are looking good. The ones at the bottom actually look much better than the top ones. But let's give us a taste test and see if we need to do it for a bit longer. Now, a pretty neat feature here is it's got this little button. You just slide it open, push down, and the basket comes right out of the container. And there it is. This is good because we can pop both of these in the dishwasher, and it also just helps getting all the food out. And I can again confirm these guys are definitely not done. So I'm just going to put these in for a bit longer, and I'll just test it along the way as it goes, continuing at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, as I said earlier, we can't base this on their homemade fries numbers that they give, just because they were using jicama fries, and because I did open it to flip the fries and we lost a bit of heat. I also opened it up for a bit longer than probably most people would because I was filming. So let's just give this a few more minutes and then we'll make sure that it's cooked fully through. Okay, so it's been in for another 10 minutes at 360 degrees. Yep, and that looks good to me. Oh man, look at the color that we got on these beautiful jicama fries. Let's get these out and give them a taste test. And after testing again, they weren't done, so I had to do them now for a whole another 15 minutes. That makes a total of about 35 minutes or just over that. And these look good. I've done a couple taste tests and they really taste a little better. But let's get them on a plate and we can taste these properly. Alright, so here we are. We got the two. This is the one with the cumin and the paprika and the olive oil. This is just the olive oil, salt and pepper. And look at these guys, they look great. Obviously these ones look far superior, but let's give these guys a proper taste test. So here they are. Got a good consistency. Oh man, these are fantastic. Wow, these are really good. Let me give these ones a try. Wow, all I can say guys is these are amazing. Couple of things. One, regarding the sizes, something this size versus say one about this size, I would recommend going about closer to this size or maybe slightly bigger like this size. These fat ones, once you bite into them, they're still a little crunchy on the inside. Hey, there may be something that you'd like and you wouldn't mind, but for me, I want to get this tasting as close as I can to a French fry. So this size would be perfect. You bite into these, they're not that hard, they're not crunchy on the inside. They've got a lovely outer crunchy exterior as if they've been fried. As I've said in my previous videos on these jicama fries, guys, they're not gonna taste exactly like French fries because that's not how it is. We're not making a French fry replica, we're making a French fry substitute. It is a substitute to use in place of French fries in meals. And these guys are wonderful French fry substitutes. Second point here, are these better than my first attempt at the jicama fries? You betcha. Why, you ask, is because two reasons. One, they just simply taste better, they taste a little closer to the texture of French fries. And two, these are a lot quicker and easier to do than those other French fries. If you watch that video, you'll know you have to parboil them and then you have to fry them in the oven. These guys, cut them up, bang them in the air fryer, and Bob's your uncle, you have some jicama fries ready for your keto dinner. I recommend adding a generous helping of salt. I didn't put enough on initially. I did add some extra, but adding some additional amount at that initial stage really would be helpful. I'm really quite excited about this air fryer here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a couple different ones, maybe with some turnip fries, even maybe some zucchini fries. I'm gonna give those a go and I'll report back to you guys how they went and maybe make a couple more videos on them for you if you would like. If you would like to see those other alternative fry options in this air fryer, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd really like to know if you would want to see this on another video. But don't worry, I haven't forgotten about these pork steaks. I'm gonna give these guys a whirl in the air fryer. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're gonna grab those pork chops, put them right in the bottom of the air fryer. Oh, look at this beauty. Okay, as easy as that. Pop this right into the air fryer, turn it on. Now according to the manual, it says steak, and again I'm assuming this is for beef steak. We're obviously doing a pork steak, and it says we have 16 ounces of steak. So this says 3.5 to 18 ounces is 8 to 22 minutes at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll do about 20 to 22 minutes. So let's put it on 20 minutes and get that going. We'll check in after the 20 minutes to see how this is done. So here we go. And after the 20 minutes, wow, that looks really good. Let's get this out and we'll give it a test. That's cooked really nicely. It's got a nice bit of brown color on the outside and on the top. Let's get my thermometer here and we'll give this a little test to see if it's done. So the pork should be about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's pretty spot on, and that's just below 175, and the 175 is just that mark there. So I think we're about spot on here. What I'm gonna do is wrap this in tin foil, let it rest for a few minutes, and then we'll cut it open and take a look at that. But man, that was quick, and that was really easy. And then to wash this, simply slip that over. This comes right out. You've got that underneath. This can just go bam, straight in the dishwasher right there. As can this part go right in the dishwasher. And that's it, guys. You're all done. Your dishes got cleaned. Pretty convenient, I must say. Okay, and after this has been resting for just a few minutes, we're gonna give this a test. Give it a cut right down the middle. Oh, look at that, guys. That came out perfect. It's the way I like it. I don't like too much pink in my pork. I'm not a fan of undercooked pork, that's for sure. But this is perfect. Just a very light shade of pink in there. Man, this is really soft inside. Don't know how much experience you guys have with cooking pork. I eat it actually quite a fair bit. But man, it can go from being raw to being rock hard in just a few minutes. So this I'm really impressed with. Let's give it a taste test. Oh man. Wow. Wow. Oh man. This whole video is on jicama fries. I'm gonna have to make another video solely dedicated to cooking meat in this air fryer. This blows me away way more than these jicama fries. My goodness. This is done simply putting it right into the air fryer. Just 20 or so minutes and it's done. No frying in a pan, no messy olive oil, no splatters everywhere, no heating your whole oven up just to cook a few pieces of steak. Wow, and this is the perfect cook. This tastes amazing. The inside is soft. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so happy about this. I'm definitely gonna do another video, get myself a big piece of beef steak. When I try that in this air fryer and make another video, because this absolutely deserves a video on its own. Guys, this is incredible. The jicama fries are better than the way that I did in the oven previously. It's a lot quicker to do. So really, I am thoroughly impressed with this air fryer. Is it absolutely necessary for you to have in the household? No. You can absolutely cook these pieces of steak using a pan in your full oven. You can cook the jicama fries in your oven on their own. But is this amazingly convenient and comes with some amazing results like the jicama fries and the steak? Abso-damn-lutely. So if you guys want to pick up one of these Avalon Bay air fryers, Avalon Bay has kindly given me a 20% discount off these products. So just use the code Keto King. So just use the code that I've included in the description box below. So you just click below the video, there'll be a whole bunch of information. I'll put that right at the top and I'll add it as the first comment on this video. Use that link, go get one of these for yourself and you'll get 20% off the price. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun messing around with this air fryer and I'm definitely gonna do another video or two on this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel grow. Let me know in the comment section how you enjoyed this Avalon Bay air fryer. I'd really love to hear from you. You know I love interacting with you guys in the comments. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new awesome recipe videos like this. And as always, keep it keto.